Okay, and recording. And put that timer on. And we are live and broadcast across the internet. Ladies and gentlemen, apologies for the false starts. We're back in action now. This is the global. When I've done it.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the boys from Bossk. No, there's no restarting. We're going with this. Let's go for it. The boys from Bossk here. Three men on a mission.
There's only two of us.
The universe. They'd lost one of their numbers recently, but they were hoping to catch up with them again. But their mission to bring the latest entertainment news and comic discussion continued. Why? Because they were and are and always will be the boys from Bossk. My name's Curtis J. Francois, also CJ Rock. I'm joined by the amazing Big Dave. And we're here to go through our nerdy adventures as we have week upon week. And we hopefully keep you all entertained. Feel free to leave your comments in the comment section on YouTube. Obviously, we're broadcasting live and unfiltered across the internet. And if you're listening to this in podcast form, we back. Again, leave your comments and your feedback. We do appreciate it. And if you'd like to come and join us as well, feel free to let us know. We are not relentless in trying to build a community here of chilled out, relaxed nerds that should know better. Isn't that so, Dave?
Wow, that was a rant and a half, wasn't it?
Well, you know, it's been I've missed the microphone. I didn't do my other show, so and it's been a weird week. It's been so quiet, but a lot of stuff dropped in the past week. But it's been a pretty quiet week overall. People are still recovering from Falcon and Winter Soldier and Bad Batch starting, which again, depending on where you sit, it's either the best in new Star Wars or it's a great kids show. I don't know. I'm along the route that it's a great kids show. I don't think it's going to be as hyper as people want it to be.
Yeah, it's not like Clone Wars.
It's definitely not a replacement for Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's another Clone Wars. I was quite happy to leave it where it was. I think that era, that the ending of Clone Wars, the series, was perfect. But Bad Batch, people liked it. I'm not too hot on a Bad Batch. They're all right as a team, but the main character just reminds me of Stallone all the time in Rambo.
Yeah,
and I'm just like,
totally
I'm just expecting him. They should hire Stallone to actually do that one. But yeah, I don't know. I'm all right with it. Have you watched it? Any of it, Dave? Have you
I've watched the 3 series or episodes.
Because it took you a long time to watch any of that stuff, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like you didn't dive in. Like if you weren't taken in by it.
Well, I'm not a big cartoon guy, so. And it was very slow. The first 2 seasons of the Clone Wars was very slow, and this seems like it has the same feeling.
Well, there's this thing about they always start the story with a kid. Surprisingly, very white kids who only but they always start the story with a kid, and that seems to be the theme with everything in Star Wars now. Which I know Luke Skywalker was a kid, but I'm still like, okay, always with the children. So it's going to be interesting to see where the story goes because it is a kid show at the end of the day. And I, for one, there's a limit of what you can do in them. So it'll be interesting to see where they take it, whether they keep with the kids' theme or they start like making it more adult, like they did with Clone Wars and Rebels. Because if I remember Rebels, he was walking around with a little pellet thing at the start.
Well, Rebels was more of teenage sort of cartoon because it was on XD.
And don't forget, Filoni's had his. Everybody's raving about Filoni's, but Filoni's had his flops with Star Wars. Resistance. That lasted just 2 seasons, I think.
I didn't watch any of that. But it's the quality of the cartoons.
No, I don't think it was with Resistance. The quality was quite good. It was very the animation was updated from that sort of Clone Wars animation. But I think the problem 80s. With it is that the storyline seemed to take a step back. And it was another kid who, got in trouble and was accident prone, but became a rebel and blah, 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 blah. I just don't think it appealed. It had no mainline characters in it. And that was a big, theoretically, in a way, that was a big flop. Nobody talks about Resistance. So I don't know. I don't know if this is. Not many people have been saying much about it online, so I don't know what the nerdgasm think about that. I know what they think of many other things.
It can only get better. That's all you got to think.
I'll see. I'm Transformers. I'm Star Wars through and through, so I'll watch anything at least once, even a Faithful Wookiee.
There was nothing wrong with that Faithful Wookiee. That was a great 12 minutes of our life.
How dare you? How dare you lie in front of our audience like that, Dave?
It's so bad.
We've come so far and you lied like that. How dare you?
Tired. I have to lie.
But that's probably the biggest thing out there at the moment. We've got nothing till Loki starts next month. The Nevers was released yesterday. Today. I have only watched the first 5 minutes. I think it's the first 5 minutes. Literally 4 minutes into the first episode. So that's as far as I've gotten.
Is that the Joss Whedon one?
Yeah, but it's not Joss Whedon anymore because Joss Whedon done got sacked from that one. Like Noel Clark got locked down in 24 hours. Joss Whedon, it took like 6 months.
Yeah, it's different country, different rules.
It doesn't matter, bruv. He got locked down so quick you would not believe how quickly Noel Clark got locked down. But Joss Whedon, it's taken like 2 years to lock him down, and now I think his name's even been taken off of the Nevers. So
it was originally Joss Whedon's the Nevers.
Yeah, but now it's gone. So it's going to be interesting to see how well this show does, or if it even gets a second season. The responses to it, I think, have been quite good, but I just don't think anybody trusts Whedon with women anymore, because he's that much of a degenerate. I think he's just like, nah. So it'll be interesting to see what happens next. Castlevania. I know you. Did you watch any of that in the end? Oh, what's wrong with you? What is wrong? You hate animation.
I'm 40 years old now.
Where's the fun in Dave gone? You liked Into the Spider-Verse.
He got lost in lockdown. That's what happened. What's that?
Into the Spider-Verse. You enjoyed that, didn't you?
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. Well, Castlevania is based on the computer game, which the 80s computer game Castlevania, and it tells the story of the Beaumonts and the cards and all the rest of them as they get together and fight vampires. Or not, as the case may be. It's extremely violent. The latest season's dropped on Netflix. I've watched the first couple of episodes. I think this is the final season. So it's going to be interesting to see if they do anything more with the franchise, the Castlevania franchise. I've certainly enjoyed the journey, or as bloody as it has been. And yeah, vampires. I think they're deadly again. I think these are the type of vampires I'm wanting for a while. Not the Twilight version.
Not the Buffy version.
Yeah. No, Buffy I could just about handle. They were still mean. Right. Even though
they went to dust.
Yeah. And they're still vicious, they're still mean. Whereas Twilight, they were like glowing in the sun. They glow in light. They glow.
Yeah, they're rainbows. Rainbow vampires.
Yeah, no. But yeah, thankfully we're getting the vampires we deserve for a new age. And no, it's been really interesting storytelling, but obviously you haven't watched it, so who cares? And
I haven't watched anything for a week, so hit me with a program.
Well, you need to watch something. I can't hit you with it all automatically. That's just too much pressure for a man, Dave. They have this one you should know. You loved Mass Effect, right? You're a big fan of the Mass Effect game. You enjoyed that face. Oh,
did I?
Oh no, that face.
What one was Mass Effect?
Oh, that's it. I'm not talking to you, ladies and gentlemen.
No, which one was Mass Effect?
The Mass Effect games. I remember you speaking.
Is that when you were like the robots sort of people? Well, the cyborgs.
There were cyborgs there, so you had to go around the galaxy saving people and shit.
Yeah, right? that wasn't too bad. I think I played that.
Well, they just released the remix of it. So the graphical upgrade for it.
Are they on EA Play?
Say again?
Are they on EA Play?
I doubt it. They won't be on EA Play for a while. The
No,
originals
but
are.
the
The
original
original
ones are.
versions are. Yeah,
Yeah, then
but
I'll
the
give them a
upgrade-
go, and I'll get back to you on that one.
All right, you got till next week. It's not a lot
Yeah,
of time, Dave.
cool.
All right, now what we're gonna do? What we're gonna do? Hold on. Boop. Right. Okay. Let me jump over here because I can show you this. Right? Can you see that?
Yeah.
Can you see that, Dave? Right. Okay. So the new the new Snake Eyes trailer's out.
Okay.
Once we get past this business. God, that was so noisy. So the new. Did you ever watch G.I. Joe? Were you ever into G.I. Joe?
Just the American version of Action Man, wasn't he?
Mm.
It wasn't. I don't know. I watched the films,
Yeah.
but the cartoons, no, I wasn't really into it.
Let me share the sound. Right, let's do this.
It's very dodgy.
I'm liking the look of it. I don't know if you can show the whole. Might be cool, but it looks really good. But what it reminds me of, yeah, I think it's going to be. It's definitely the second. No, it'll be the third big feature about martial arts and combat, martial art combat. The first one was Mortal Kombat, obviously. Then this comes out, and then Shang-Chi comes out. And I advise you to watch the trailer. It looks quite good. I've never been a fan of G.I. Joe. I hated the films. Did you ever watch the movies?
I did watch the movies, and Snake Eyes was the best character in the movies. So
Was he? I just
he was
remember him
obviously
having
going to get.
really bad lips in.
Huh?
Don't you remember it? Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes was always in a suit.
Yeah, but he had
was in
really
a white
bad.
ninja
He had
suit.
these god awful. He had these. He had these god awful lips. Let's see if I can get it up here. In the film, I can't believe nobody remembers this. He had the silly lips, the pasted on lips on a rubber suit.
What?
Do you not remember
He just
Snake
had a white
Eyes?
suit.
Okay. No, Snake Eyes was the black suit.
He was in the white suit.
It was
That English girl.
It was the other dude. Hold on.
Selena,
Can you
what's her
see-
face, wasn't it? I can't think of her
Can
surname.
you see that? Can you see those lips on there?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember it now.
So it's not just me. I'm not just going bonkers. That was literally Snake
A
Eyes.
mannequin's head.
Yeah, and the first film was quite big because it had what's his name?
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum in it, and he famously didn't want to come back and do the sequel, so he literally gets killed in the first 5 minutes of the sequel. Then The Rock takes over. It's a terrible film. I don't know how anybody could have watched it. It reminded me of Fast and Furious.
Oi. Some things you just don't joke about.
I disagree, man.
All eight films are now on Sky Movies.
Why?
Why not?
What have you said? Are you going to do a marathon?
I could do. It's 8 days to the next year.
What's that?
It's 8 days to the next year.
Oh God, no! I don't think I could. I've got Sky at the moment, but I'm just like I don't think no. It'd be too much. It'd just be too much.
But Tokyo Drift doesn't exist, so you're all right with that one.
Yeah, it does because the character from Tokyo Drift's in it, isn't he? He's coming back from. Yeah.
He's come back from the dead. God knows how.
So he'll be back.
They all come back from the dead.
Right. So what else is there? Oh, here we go. Boop. Right. So apparently, yeah, like Zack Snyder, who's still, I don't know, somebody's still hiring him. Has said two things this week. One, that he would have made changes, and I think you mentioned this earlier. He would have made changes to what he did in Watchmen.
He would have made it longer. He made a longer film because someone would have given him another 200 billion budget.
I was just like, why? I don't, I didn't hate Watchmen. I thought it was a very empty.
It was a very bad film compared to how good the comic books are.
Oh yeah. It didn't stand up to the comic books at all. But I don't. It was like it should never have been done as a film. A TV series maybe would have worked. And watching a Watchmen TV show, I could see how it would have worked a lot better as a TV show as opposed to what it ended up being. But he also mentioned how he got rejected for another 300 pitch. Now, are you a fan of the 300 movies?
At the time, it was really good.
Mm.
But now, I don't think it will stand up with the CGI and all that sort of stuff.
I never
Because at
liked
the time, it was state-of-the-art CGI.
Well, with the rubber suits.
No, that was Gerard Butler's real body.
That was not, man. I didn't like it because they played so hard and fast with the history. Like Gerard Butler's character actually dies on the first day of battle. But in this film, he's there forever until the end. And if
you looked way into that one, didn't you?
No, you just read a book, Dave. And
what is this word? Stop swearing at me.
What's that?
Reading
books.
A book. What is a book?
It's a power. A book is the thing that lets you know that how bad something like 300 actually is, and how it messes with history to the point that it's almost shameful.
Well, everything on TV is a lie. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's just that. On a book. It is. It's based on a book, and it's pretty badly. A new trailer's dropped for Cruella. Now, Cruella is coming out on the 29th of May. Are you going to go to the cinema, or are you going to pay the premium to watch it, Dave? Has it enticed you enough?
Because I have Disney Plus, and I'll wait a couple of months for it to be free.
Really? I'm like, really? You're not even tempted to pop out to watch it in the cinema?
Why would I want to go to a place for the COVID people?
Well, maybe they've had their injections. I'm having my second one on the 2nd of June.
That was a golf clap.
But you're looking forward to it.
Yeah, it looks like a really good film.
And it's Emma Stone, isn't it? Emma Stone. I haven't enjoyed Emma Stone since
Spider-Man.
No, she really. I was not happy with Spider-Man. What was Emma Stone in beforehand? She was in something else that was
something Easy A or something like that.
Yeah, I think it might have been since Easy A, and I know that sounds harsh, but you gotta understand. You gotta understand that Amazing Spider-Man was pretty bad film by all accounts, and I did not like it because literally they dialed her in as dying from the start in that film. Like, do you remember it? It was like she kept doing stuff.
Is that an Andrew Garfield one?
Yeah.
I fell asleep.
You fell asleep?
Mm-hmm.
How do you have the power to do that?
I could do it right now if you want me to. I do have a magic ability of sleeping.
Well, it's not a magic ability.
Especially when something's boring.
No, but it wasn't boring. It was just rubbish. I wouldn't have accused it of being boring.
It was a terrible film. With really bad acting.
Yeah, acting was pretty bad.
It didn't happen.
What else was she in? La La Land. I haven't watched La La Land, in all due respect, so that might have been good. Oh God, she's done a lot of stuff. So
did she do Zombieland or something like?
Yeah, you're right. So Zombieland, liked her in that. Double Tap. Blah, blah, The Favorite, haven't watched that. Battle of Sexes, haven't watched that. La La Land, haven't watched that. Mayor and Marty, nope. Pop Stars Never Stop, nope. Saturday Night Live, nope. Aloha, no. The Interview. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yeah, I need to watch more stuff because I'm sure that can't be the highlight of the things I've seen her in. That's disgraceful, actually. Lord. But yeah, I just think at the end of the day, it's terrible. At the end of the day, I think we could do a lot better. Emma Stone I'm hoping it's good. It looks good, and it should be. It's only, I think it's coming out in cinema and on
Disney Premium.
at the same time. And I don't know what price mark they're going for, but again, if it's more than £20, definitely not going in there. But if the reviews hold up, I don't see why I wouldn't watch it.
Oh, it looks really good.
I'll pay the money.
It looks very dark for a Disney film.
True, especially in the modern age, but not so much for the darker. Like Bambi was quite dark to start with.
Because his mother died.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'll see what happens. But yeah, I'll either go to the cinema or I'll watch it on Disney Plus. But I think I'll risk going to the cinema for this one. Right, what else is up is James Gunn. Now apparently James Gunn, who's directing the Suicide Squad, is receiving death threats, Dave. Can you imagine him receiving death threats? Do you
Doesn't
know
every
why he's
famous
receiving
people
death
get
threats,
them?
Dave? No, not all famous people.
Sure.
Not all famous people. Do you know what he's
obviously killed off a character somewhere.
Well, no. He's receiving death threats. If he kills a certain character, they'll hate crime him.
So he's going to kill Harley Quinn.
In a film called Suicide Squad, he's getting threats if any of the characters die.
Well, that's a bit stupid. Someone's got to die.
Well,
they can't all live.
No, I'm with you there, mate. But unfortunately, there are the herd fans of YouTube and Twitter having their piece. And according to James Gunn, and these are his words, the ones they don't want to get killed are King Shark, Polka Dot Man, and Harley.
So all the others are free game?
No. He's still getting death threats. But those are the ones that people don't want to die the most.
Okay. Why?
I don't know, Dave. I don't know the way these people.
King Shark's just, he's in the Flash. He always gets caught, always gets put into a chamber somewhere, and then comes again.
Yeah.
Polka Dot Man just looks a bit freaky for me. I'm not into that.
It's not a kink. You don't have to be into it.
Well, some people might be because of the polka dots.
Oh, we'll see. I think it'll be all right. At the end of the day.
Yeah, but you can't kill off Harley Quinn. She's the best thing in the.
You could always bring it back.
She's the eye candy.
Comic books.
Don't kill off the eye candy.
You can whack them and then bring them back. She's not really eye candy. She's the type of eye candy that'd kill you. Jab you in the eyes.
That's something for me.
I don't know. I'm not taken with it yet. I think at the end of the day, I'm very much more
Captain Boomerang.
Kill them all off, and you can always bring them back, or just make the Suicide Squad a separate film from the DC Extended Universe, because the DC Extended Universe is rubbish. It's not been impressive at all. Right, so what else is there? Oh, you're a Lego man, but you only like Star Wars Lego, don't you?
Yeah, I like all Lego.
Well, I know they're saying, well, this one's for you. They're bringing out the largest set ever. Or at least Spider-Man set. They're bringing out a Daily Bugle set. So there you go. You can get that.
Well,
drop 100 quid. Because it's the largest one ever. 3,772 pieces and 32 inches tall.
But why would you want a big building? You might as well just buy Big Ben.
But Spider-Man.
But Spider-Man, no.
What, now you don't like Spider-Man?
I do like Spider-Man, but why would I want a bloody newspaper office?
Well, it's because it's Spider-Man.
But if it was a page
even
of
I want it,
Spider-Man
and I
with
don't even
Spider-Man's
like
picture
Lego
and stuff like that as a newspaper, then yeah, but not the building.
Well, it's got all the characters on it. It's not just like the Bugle and they're all at work. I'm going to sell this to you. I can't believe this, Dave. I'm not having this. Right, so yeah, you've got.
I need to see the picture for you
Right,
to send
there
it
you
to
go.
me.
There you go. So Daily Bugle. There you go. Boom.
But it doesn't
Look
look
at
like
that.
that,
How
does it?
beautiful is that?
No,
Yeah,
it's
it
cheap.
does. Yeah. Ooh, look. Ooh.
It's rubbish. It's probably the worst Lego set I've ever seen.
Look at that. Oh. Look,
It just looks like the old fire station house.
Look at that. Ooh.
Yeah, no, it looks cheap and nasty.
Look at that goblin. There you go.
Yeah, wow.
And there's
It's
Peter
not really a
Porker.
DeLorean or a Millennium Falcon, is it?
Oh, there is no pleasing you, is there?
Well, look at it. That's for like a 7-year-old kid. Now, the new R2D2 set, that's very impressive. See? That's impressive.
You like that?
Yeah.
That does it for you.
Yeah.
But how much is that?
Probably about 150 quid.
So, let's take a look.
I'd rather have a trumpet.
You'd rather have a trumpet than what?
Daily Bugle.
I think you're being a bit harsh, Dave, and you should open your heart up to possibility. That's how much? £195.
It came out May the 4th.
And it's going on some places. John Lewis is £300. I know that's something else. Mos Eisley. Would you drop 300 quid for Mos Eisley?
No.
Right.
But it looks better than the Daily Bugle, doesn't it?
I like the Bugle. I may drop for it myself. I think you're being a bit harsh.
How much is the Bugle? 300 quid?
I doubt it. Probably about 100.
I bet it ain't.
I'd put money 100. 100. I'd go for 100. Ooh, right. Boop. There you go.
Don't want to click on those porn links.
What porn links? I don't have any porn links. How dare you? It's not that type of show, Dave. That's all right. There's no evil hair of that kind, so I'll have you know. Right, and did you ever like the Hotel Transylvania shows either, Dave? Because a new trailer dropped for them.
I can't honestly say I've ever seen one. I've seen clips of them, but I've never watched them. So no, it's never been my thing. Even though I've got 10 nephews and nieces.
I thought you had.
Well, I've seen those ones. I've seen the rest, but I haven't seen those.
All right.
Have you watched been out that day?
Have you watched any trailers this week?
I watched Cruella.
What about the Hitman's bodyguard's wife? Have you watched that? No.
I watched the original film. Yeah, The Hitman's Bodyguard.
Because the new one dropped out for that. Well, the new film's dropped for that one, and that should be fun.
That should be pretty good then, because I enjoyed the original. You always have, when you've got two great actors in a comedy, it's always
you enjoyed good. Something. What did you enjoy about it, Dave?
Samuel Jackson saying motherfucker.
That's always fun. I have to say that is always fun.
Ryan Reynolds being a total nutter. I said not to enjoy. It was a slapstick comedy.
What is your favorite comedy, by the way, Dave? I don't think you've ever revealed that. I always thought it was Fast and Furious, but you know.
That's not a comedy. That's a serious film.
Freaking hilarious.
Serious action event, that is.
No.
I can always grind your gears for that. I don't know. I have a lot of good comedies in my vault.
Well, give me your top one.
Well, when I was a teenager and I was always stoned, it had to be Friday. Friday was a classic. Friday.
Okay. Well, there hasn't been much like that
Ice
since.
Cube, Chris Tucker.
Yeah. I remember that.
Made loads of sequels, but then none of them were ever good as the first one.
Well, one thing that's coming up, which you might like, Dave, is there's an adaptation of a Vertigo comic called Sweet Tooth. Now I've seen the trailer for it. You can get it if you jump onto YouTube, but they put the first full-length trailer out recently, and that one should be a pretty nifty show. I haven't read the comic book. I was aware of it, and I assume actually you can't assume that the film, the TV show, is going to follow the same plot as the comic book. But it looks like they're doing a post-apocalyptic story called Sweet Tooth, and all I remember from the trailer is a kid with horns, and it's also got that guy. Do you remember in Ender's Game?
Yeah.
It had that guy, the black guy, the big guy, the big black guy who was like, "You'll never do this, and I'll never respect you," sort of thing. The big dude, and he ends up respecting him in the end. Do you remember that guy?
Yeah.
He's in it.
Oh, sorry.
And he's the same guy that was always also in Artemis Fowl.
Your favorite program?
He drops in it. Like that. I have hate for Artemis Fowl.
Oh, so this is actually a show, not a
film. It's a full-on show. And his name is Nonso Anonzi. Right? I believe he keeps popping up in films with kids and being their protectors or heroes or friends or in some cases enemies. But no, he's in this one again. So hopefully this will be a hit for him. And he won't, because what you call it, Ender's Game was a.
It looked like they put a lot of money into this.
Yeah, it's
visually it looks very.
Netflix always looks like they put a lot of money into stuff, but then as you see with anything, whether it's even like Shadow and Bone, it's like, where'd the money go exactly? And everybody seems too happy because they've got all that Netflix cash.
It's definitely a kids program, though, isn't it?
I don't think it is. I think.
So he's the guy from Dracula.
Rating. Which Dracula?
The one with the Irish fella.
Oh yeah.
The TV show Dracula. He's protector as well.
Was he?
Yeah, he was Dracula's protector.
How do I miss all this stuff? No, I never saw that one. That was a Sky thing, wasn't it? I never saw it.
It was very good. 2 seasons.
Well, he seems to be, he goes around protecting people, so that's quite nifty, isn't it? That's not a bad career to have. Well, we'll cast you as a protector. Now, Dave, your favourite comedy show is coming back.
What's that?
Your favourite comedy show is coming back.
Well, Friends.
Yeah.
Oh.
You looking forward to it? You already booked your ticket?
It's not really a show, though.
It's on HBO Max.
Apparently, it's just them having a chit-chat.
I don't think it is. I thought they were going to do. Is it? They're just reunion. They're just meeting up to go hello.
Yeah, it's a chit chat.
The cheeky feckers. Well, it's amazing. I always find Friends quite an interesting show. It is actually the original version of Friends. It is a copy of another show. I think it was called Being Single. And Friends was actually a copy of that, which had pretty much the same characters, except they were white. So I always find Friends quite interesting example of how you can whitewash something and make huge amounts of money. But good on them. I never watched Friends. Were you a big Friends fan?
At the beginning, I was. I used to watch it before I used to go out on a Friday night. But yeah, I've seen them all, I suppose, over time. It's always on telly at some point. How come you wasn't a fan of Friends? I thought you liked slapstick American comedy.
I may have watched the first season. It was Living Single, actually. Yeah, so Living Single is actually the original version of Friends, but it was an all-black cast. And they basically whitewashed it in the most whitewashy of ways, which is how you end up with Friends. And I'm surprised nobody got sued for it, but there you go. That is the nature of entertainment as such.
It was the 90s.
Yeah, it had Queen Latifah in it. It had your Monica type character, Kim Coles. So it was quite a decent cast in there. And it only lasted for 5 seasons. And
that's quite long.
Yeah, but in terms of like, if you consider how successful Friends was,
yeah, but one was on a major network and one was so.
Yeah, it was just a bit of a shame. So yeah, if you ever want to see where Friends got its the heart of Friends as the show comes from, you can look there, and it is there.
What's it called?
Living Single with Queen Latifah. Just search Queen Latifah Living Single. I think there's some clips up on YouTube. But yeah,
it does sound familiar.
Yeah, no, I'll just put it out there. I'm not saying it's a race issue. There's no hard feelings. Do you know what I mean? I didn't make any money. Not fighting that. Not fighting that corner.
5 years.
But yeah, Friends. If I was Queen Latifah, I'd be like, mother. I would not be happy. I would not be happy.
Well, she is happy because she's been on loads of stuff and had millions. So.
Now, were you here? Were you here with us last week, or was it the week before you were off?
I was here last week.
So did we talk about Black Superman? Were you here for Black Superman, or were you excited
That was
by
like
the
4 weeks ago. Was you like lost?
What was that?
That was like 4 weeks ago.
Because that's still rumbling on. A lot of people are still unhappy with that one happening. So I figured, I didn't know.
Does it really matter what color anyone is? The world just needs to get over it now. It's getting a bit boring.
Say that to the minions.
It's getting boring. They can be black, white, green, orange,
I don't know
whatever.
about that, Dave.
As long as the story's good and the film's good, then it's all right, isn't it?
I don't know anymore because people are very, 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 very taken by what they love. Do you know what I mean? It's like
people don't like change.
Like, what's your favorite comic book character?
My favorite comic book character.
Yeah, what's your favorite comic book character?
I don't know.
Well, one of them.
I don't know. Probably Iron Man. I loved Iron Man.
Okay, so Iron Man. Let's say they change Iron Man into a woman, right? And imagine it's 17.
But they are the new film. So there you go.
Well, no, they've got a new character jumping in. But let's say Tony Stark. Yeah. Change Tony Stark
to
into
Tanya Stark. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay, well, you're too woke, Dave. You want to?
She could be the Iron Lady, couldn't she? Just like Maggie Thatcher. There you go.
Good God, no! Don't tell me you're a Thatcher fan.
I don't care about any of that sort of stuff. I just get on with life. You know me in politics.
I got no idea what your politics are, Dave.
I have no politics.
I just hope you didn't vote Brexit. That's all. Now, in terms of
drink, that's what I say.
No, good drink should not be hurt or missed. That is always a good thing. I'm just I'm hoping things are good when they roll up. Now, another thing happening is the Lord of the Rings. Now,
yeah, you can skip this one.
Why? You not? You don't. You don't like Lord of the Rings?
I hate Lord of the Rings. It's boring.
What? You never watched the film?
I watched 2 of them. I did watch 2 of them. I watched the original cartoon in the 80s. Now that was good.
So you're not going to watch the new series when it comes out, even if
no.
But you don't want to.
I seriously haven't got time for it. Sorry. I just don't have time for the Lord of the Rings.
I know you're breaking me heart there, Dave.
Why? You can talk about it. It's up to you. This is your show. This is your baby.
You should have a little spot for it. You should have a little moment for it. It's essential. You can't just dismiss the power of Lord of the Rings.
Why?
Because it's beautiful. You can't dismiss.
What is so beautiful about the Lord of the Rings? You give me a reason to watch it, and I'll waste an hour of my life
because Amazon spent 500 million on it.
Yeah, and they took £79 of my cash to bloody make it. So there you go.
No, you paid for the boys with that one.
Yeah,
Lord of the Rings you get as a freebie,
and the Incredible or Invincible, whatever it was.
Yeah, that's what your pennies covered.
Yeah, see, I like those 2 shows, and I like Jack Ryan.
Jack Ryan
and Hannah.
Hannah's all right.
There's quite a few. A few shows I like from Amazon. They just don't make enough at the right time.
Mm.
They need to start getting more programs out.
They will. I reckon.
First two seasons of
Amazon's
Preacher was very good, and then that went flat.
I reckon Amazon's going to take the next 2 years. Next year, Amazon's going to be number one. And that's my prediction for the year ahead. I think Amazon's going to take everybody by surprise.
Instead of wasting money on shows, though, they need to change their whole layout so it's more convenient to watch.
Well, one day they'll get there.
This is probably one of the reasons you don't really watch a lot on Amazon, because
they're starting their party mode. I think their party mode's now on the Fire Stick, and their party mode should extend, I think, to console, so we can do a few sit-throughs on that one. If anybody has any suggestions of shows we should watch that we keep missing, because
Did we try it once?
Huh? No, we haven't recorded it once.
Yeah, we did try it though. We tried it with Coming to America too.
Yeah, we sat together and watched it, didn't we? I don't think we recorded it. So, the watch party, yeah, we tried that, and it worked for the most part, I think.
It worked better.
It's just there's a sound issue that if you're listening to someone, you can hear what they're listening to, and that's something that we need to work out if we're going to do it properly next time. But we'll see how it goes.
That's probably just internet speeds, though.
Yeah, I'd quite like to do that because that'd be nice. So, if anybody out there has any shows that we should watch, apart from animation, because Big Dave does not like the animation.
No, I'll watch it.
Into the Spider-Verse.
If I get paid to watch it, then I'll watch it.
Unless it's Into the Spider-Verse, because I know you enjoyed that one.
I enjoyed the Invincible.
Yeah, you enjoyed Invincible. Try Castlevania, bro.
What's that on Amazon? Yeah.
No, that's on Netflix. Give that a shot. You might like it.
I'll give it a
go. So next week we should have. Let's see for you. I should have watched The Nevers.
I might watch that tonight.
I'll wrap up Castlevania and Sweet Tooth. I'm not sure when it's coming out, but anything out this week, I'll be watching over the week, and then we'll come back with reviews or whatever for you. I know this has been a quiet week, but there's not much going on. Loki's not here yet.
Loki.
Is it Loki, King of Lies, Master of Deceit.
That's June the 9th, I do believe.
It's still got ages to go. Like a week after next. Yeah.
What's happened to Big Sky? Why has that just suddenly stopped?
It's mid-season. Big Sky will return, I think.
It's on in the States.
Yeah, but I think because like we're still up to episode 9. But we'll get the remaining episodes once it's over. It's contractual.
They're like episode 14.
Yeah, but it's contractual. I think they've got to broadcast all of them first before we get them.
Now I'm enjoying that show a lot.
It's the same reason we don't have a lot of shows that should be on Disney Plus, like the Indiana Jones stuff's not there. Got a feeling that might even appear on Paramount as opposed to Disney Plus, because even though Disney own Lucasfilm,
they were all on Amazon not too long ago, weren't they?
Yeah, even though they own Lucasfilm, the actual Indiana Jones films are owned by Paramount. So I've got a feeling we won't see them on Disney Plus for a while. So that's a bit tragic, but there you go. That is the nature of entertainment, and I hope Disney gets their game together because at the moment I ain't impressed.
It's gone really flat. It started off really well, and it's just gone so flat. It was meant to be new programs every Friday or whatever, and it's just gone.
Because they don't have enough new programs coming out, and those new programs that they do have, you sometimes don't even know if they're new or not. A lot of stuff that is new has already been cancelled, be it Hellstrom, be it Next. So I do hope they get their game together.
But those are both bad programs. Did you try watching them?
Yes.
Yeah. So it says it all, really, doesn't it?
No, it was painful. It was painful. Especially, I think Next was more painful.
Next, I only done one episode because it was such bad acting.
Well, it's just I always go.
Alexa,
back to,
just kill the world.
That's it. Sorry, pardon me. That's always the point with it, isn't it, Dave? At the end of the day, I get you've got to have a story, but why is he automatically thought kill a robot straight away? Like you create new life and it's going to try and kill you, and that's it. Like, but why does it want to kill? Because we're a threat to what? It's a supercomputer. How are we a threat to it? But that's just me. I'm not a writer for
because it can't cook, and that's what the threat is.
Yeah.
Why are humans the only animals that can cook? That's right. I'm gonna leave you on that thought.
The opposable thumbs. I don't know.
Monkeys have them.
And on that bombshell, ladies and gentlemen, this was another tasty, gorgeous, sexy, I don't know, beautiful.
It was very flat today because there's been nothing else. We didn't really have much to talk about.
I talked for England.
Yeah, but you've done loads of research. I just did none.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another glorious episode of the boys from Bossk.
Look, it's right there. Okay.
The boys from Bossk. Now I'm just looking over your head. It's Big Dave's big head, and I can see it. And like I said, this has been another episode. Mike will be back. He will return with more stories, more information, more entertainment news for you, ladies and gentlemen. Because these three men,
loads of pints.
These three men on a mission to bring you all the latest news from across the web are determined to bring you more. We'll be back next week, guys. Thank you for joining us. Like to leave your comments or feedback below. If you have any shows you suggest we should watch, also do that. Drop us an email. It's
please suggest some shows, please.
It's Big Dave at the newestablishment.co.uk. You forgot about
that. Fuck up.
Just drop us an email there, and we'll have more for you next week. We'll be back next Monday. And this was the boys from Bossk. Thank you.
Ciao, ciao.